My name is Michael Gitari Jenga, also known as Mwenye Haki. I'm a gospel musician and a worship leader, and I come from Nyandarua County. Yes, and I'm married to a beautiful wife here. And we or I, myself, let me talk about myself, then we'll talk about us. So yeah, I come from Nyandarua County, and I'm the last born in our family. Yes, and yes, besides being a musician, I'm a businessman. Yes, story for another day.
My name is Terry Jerry, fondly known as Terry Haki. I come from Kirinyaga County, currently married in Nyandarua County. I am an engineer, a civil engineer, but currently I've ventured into entrepreneurship. Being married has taken me personally out of my comfort zone, because moving away from being Miss Independent to having to trust someone for your life, for me it has been a journey, more highs than lows. We've had times when obviously everyone has fought. Living is a process. Everyone has had that process of living, but I'd say marriage is a good thing. Marriage is beautiful, and for me, even having been married through a wedding, it was a very good thing that happened to me. It was a dream come true. For me, I really wanted that whole wedding, seeing myself in that gown, having a dream wedding that he gave me at a time when I was not even expecting it. So for me, it was something that I cherish up to now. And also going through the process of even engagement, dowry, going through the process after process. Then coming to marriage, whereby we have for us it's a blended family, right? Yes, having a blended family also has come with challenges, but we have managed to somehow blend in. And I'd say also prayers really work, because our marriage is built on prayer. We do pray like so much.
I would say God never made a mistake to make marriage, because he knew. Marriage is an institution where it just straightens up your character. It doesn't matter who you are or how high you are or status you are. Marriage is a school for every person, and in that institution, it's your own school. It does not look like your neighbors or your friends. So within our first year, this is 1.5 years now, we have had highs and lows, as she has said. We have we have had beautiful moments. We have had very, very cherishable moments, and also we have had times where we are on rocks. But that doesn't change the beauty of marriage. And so all in all, we have had to cope and to enjoy the marriage as much as we can, irrespective of situations and circumstances. So all I personally have learned is to really forgive and understand that you married a human being. You didn't marry an angel. Yes, of course you married an angel in form of a man. But what I have learned is to forgive and to cherish each other, and to let the other person be first, then you second. Considering my wife as first, and then myself as second.
We met in church the first time. I had attended Nairobi Chapel CBD. Then he's the kind of person when he comes to say hi, he will really be persuasive, and he will go deep, and you will be like, okay. In your mind, you will be, okay, this guy, he's after something. So he caught my eye that time. But later on, we went for graduation in Jumuiya for plug-in. Again, we met. he still could come say hi in a very social way. So again, I would be like, okay. So now in my mind, I was like, okay, this guy is trying to make moves. And I was like, okay, I'm interested, but let's see. Then we met randomly in town again. Then the fourth time was now in the main church, Nairobi Chapel, Ngong Road. So he was leading in church. I came way late when even church was almost over. It was Bikers Day. So Bikers Day, it's fun to come just watch the bikes. So after church, I saw him. So I said, no, this time let me go say hi. So I went, he was right from the altar. I went and said hi. I was like, oh, you've led so well in church. I was not even there actually, but I was there gassing him up like, oh, umelid poa. Hey, that was a nice service. Then he was like, oh, okay. Funny enough, he couldn't remember my name. And all this time I thought, this guy knows me. He's been coming every time after time to say hi. Then he was like, you know what, can I have your number? You know, we need to sit down and have a cup of coffee. The rest is history, I guess.
Sometimes I remember one day saying hi to a lady at church and saying, hey, I like your top. That top looks good on you. And I did that with all honesty. I just say the way you can just hey, salimianeni kanisa nini, and you just walk around saying hi to people, telling them, oh, I like your dress. Oh. So I just decided, let me just say hi to someone and make someone feel happy. At least in a day, make one person feel happy about themselves. So I said, hey, yeah, hi. Hey, your top looks nice, nini. And the story ended. I had no interest. I didn't know her. Yeah, and I moved on with my life. Later, the same year, right?
Yes.
The same year in December, you guys were graduating in plug-in
yes.
that program. So we are taking tea, and then kama kawa, mi upenda kusalimia watu, going around, hey, so, hey, hi guys, hey, how you feeling? Is this a good experience? Nini. Then I found her friends. Yeah, your friends?
Yes.
Tabs.
Our plug-in group.
Yeah. Just by default, nilienda kwa plug-in group yao. So I was just talking and taking tea. Hey, chatting, nini, those guys having fun. Then she appears. Like, hey, hi, how are you? Fine. So, like, yeah, you look familiar, kind of. It's like I have seen this face, kind of. She says, yeah, we've met in church. Oh, really? I can't remember. Because you see, I said hi and I didn't take, like, I wasn't serious though. But, yes, oh, really? Yeah, fine, okay. Good. Your name? She says, I'm Terry. Of course, Mwenye Haki. That's what they call me. Oh. The story ends, we go home. Woo. That same December, I meet with her in town with Fee, her young sis,
Yes.
and Leo,
Yes.
our amazing son over here. So I'm like, hey, hi. Yeah, we've met. Hey, how are you? So it felt so good. I'm like, hey, I know this girl. Okay, where are you guys coming from? You're coming from escorting her mom. She's back to Shags. I'm like, hey, manze, so I'm here in town doing some shugulis. The story ends. Wakaenda na mimi nikaenda shughuli zangu. Then the other time is when now she came to say hi after the bikers prayer. There was leading worship. And then I said, hey, I think we have met so many times now. We should just have a call, just sit down and just chat. Purely, I didn't have intentions. I mean, I didn't have any intentions. I was clearly like taking her out for coffee, just chatting, just getting to know her better. Just I don't mind getting, acquiring another friend in my life at that point. So it doesn't harm, no harm. And if we meet the next Sunday. That was on a Sunday it was on that Feb 2019. Then we just kept on like chatting throughout the week because I have this catabia of getting someone's number, then hiyo story inaenda tu hivyo kwa drain, sitawahi call, sitai nini. So I just said, let me just check out this girl. And then hi, chatting throughout the week. Then she goes to church the following day, the following Sunday. The following Sunday, she thinks I'm there. I'm not there. I went to fellowship to another church. She says, hey, are you in? No, I'm not there. I'm in another church. I'm like, okay. So can we hook up? What are you doing in the afternoon? No, I'm free. Okay, fine. Do you know this and this place?
You asked me to come.
I asked you to come to Limuru Road because I was going to see a friend of mine at the tribe. So like, yeah, come over. We just went to the tribe, we started chatting at 2, right? Was it 2 or 3? Around 2. All the way to 8 p.m. And by the time I left that place, I knew I have a wife.
You see, on that day when we had our first date, we were catching up as friends. So that day, it's like we were in a place of, personally, I just needed someone to talk to. Someone I didn't know, someone I didn't want to associate with at all afterwards. So you can imagine I was just spilling my heart out to this person who I don't want to meet again. Like just carry my baggage and go. So that's why I think our relationship started so good, because we had known each other from day one. Challenges that, yeah, we had to let go so many things, inclusive of friends, especially for us being married in a span of 1 year, meeting in Feb and having a wedding in December. So many people did not agree to it. So many people were against it, and for us, we had decided, okay, for him, he decided even before we met. So when now we met and he told me, now I had to, in my mind I was like, okay, now that, yes, I am sure this is the guy I want to spend my life with, now I need to take myself up to pace to be like, okay, I'm having my wedding this year. I also had a problem with it. I felt like it was too soon, but he was like, you know, he's a sanguine, and he was like, we are not pushing it. Because for me, I was like, let's do it the following year. I mean, in Feb, in March, what's the rush? But for him, it was like, I am having my wedding in December. So for me, I was just like, you know what? You're giving me the wedding. You've not even asked me for anything. So you might as well have the wedding. Nothing will change next year. Challenges that we encountered, we had to shed off friends, because some people even thought we were not good for each other. You know, his circle, no one knew me from his circle. So people were like, Mwenye Haki, but where did you find her? Ulimpata wapi? We don't even know her. Like, we don't approve of her. Like, there was every reason for people to be like, hapana, we don't approve of that lady. So first of all, we had to shed so many friends, even till now.
Like, it was like, so they won't say out loud, like, we are skeptical about your girlfriend though, but you, on their faces, is all over their faces, like, okay, they're skeptical. Oh, you're dating who? And so also hajazoea waldi yangu, so many people, and then also messages na nini. So but if to decide, if you complain about someone, we just evaluate, tunamwekelea kwa meza, tunaongea, and they are friends for real. Nilimwambia point blank, black and white, mimi sijaingiana na mabeshto wako fulani. I don't think we will ever like flow, like mtu jua they are not types of my friends, na sidhani If those friends you have them, you will have them peke yako. Like, I'll never be involved in the friendship. But remember, this is a marriage. We have to have common friends. Okay, there are those instances you'll have some few friends out there, but those close friends, they are common friends. When you tuko now, they're common friends. By default or by lack or by, I don't know what I say,
Circumstance.
I lost my parents when I was a little young, but I have my mother who celebrates me. And you know, I was in another relationship that I had taken 4 years. We were engaged, we were out there all over the place, and then God, she never knew, because that could have planted doubts, 1,001 doubts. So unfortunately, hakumjua na hakunijua from that end. It is something that had trended like 3 years back. Yes, it was an engagement that were all over the place. And now we are here, we are trying to, so it's time. I have found a wife now, and I'm talking about it. And I had confessed, and I said, I will marry. The day I will marry, the day you will hear I'm marrying, you'll know that for sure I am getting married. I'm kind of a person who makes, if I am convinced and I am sure about something, opinions don't really matter to me. They won't move me. If I have decided and I am sure that whatever I'm doing is right, and I'm not, there's nothing wrong about my decision, I will still go ahead. So I just said to my family, hey, hi, you guys, yeah, I'm getting married. I have seen a lady, and yes, I am getting married. Okay, of course, there are some guys who are like, hey, huyo ni nani, lazima tupitishe. Nikamwambia no, hakuna mambo ya kupitisha hapa. I have made up my mind. It is settled in my heart. It is settled in the spirit. It is settled in heaven and on earth. I am getting married in December. And they were like, huh? Do you have money? All these questions. I said, I mean, you know what? Let's start the journey. Pesa zitajileta. You remember that there's a time I told you, hata kama nitakuolea hapo nje, tutashikanishiwa hapo nje ya mlango. It's fine. Okay, I had made up my mind. On my end, hakukuwa na stress. Actually, when I introduced her to my sisters and my brother, she was welcomed. She never had a challenge. And me, on the other hand, Ayani, let me tell you, it was awesome. And that I met her mom, met her family. It was just good. They welcomed. And yes, what do you have to add?
Yeah, our families didn't really have a problem. His sisters were warm enough for me. My parents are very, very kind people. They were so happy. And on top of it, when they were like, oh, he's an orphan. So, you know, my mom is very remorseful. She's very kind. So she was like, oh, now, you know, she's even the one giving me advice. You know, now you have to be like his mom, be his wife. You know, you have to play every role. So my family was my sisters, I am the second born. My elder sister tumeachana like 1 year. My younger sister tumeachana like 9 years. So they were very friendly because we're in the same age group. So for them, they were actually happy now that we even have a brother in the family. We have a new member of the family. They were so welcoming. So we didn't have a challenge with family. Actually, they really supported. Even my parents, when they were like, okay. But she was like, you mean the same year? You mean you're gonna make it a wedding in this? But she did not say anything negative. She did not oppose. She was like, if that's what makes you happy, we are going to support it. So was my dad.
Sisi ni watu wa road trips. Sisi tunapenda kwenda road trips sana, and going and eating nice food. We just loving and everything. We almost do everything together. Like the interviews, for example, this one. Of course. We just enjoy each other's company, by the way. Hatuboekangi. hata tukikosana inakuanga siku kama moja hivi. We just don't know how we bounce back in talking to each other. Sijui talking about this, the other thing we find. Kwa nini tulikuwa tumekasirikiana? It was just like that. We enjoy a lot. We enjoying having talks and chats with our close friends. Nini nyingine babe?
Watching movies.
Watching movies. We watch a lot of series. Hata sasa tuko na moja tunafuata hapo, but I do better than her in terms of watching movies. And what else babe? Tunapenda kudrive. Working out. We go to the gym together. Yeah. Nini nyingine babe? Sijui. Hebu sema.
Etc.
You know, I will just go sijai kosa words za kukwambia babe, you know that. To be honest, babe, you have made me a man. You just changed me from a boy into a man. You have made my mind to grow. You have made my thinking capacity to increase humongously. You have made me shine. Umetupa nguo zangu zenye zilikuwa nazo, umezitupa na huko. You have changed my outlook, and you have given me, you gave me a gift of a son, and then you have been a good team player in my life. Like sijui kama, yani to be honest najiulizana for real kama ningekuwa nishaoa nani saa hii na ningekuwa na kaji, because I already love how I look and the direction I'm already in, and I cherish you for that. You know what? That's why you have my ring and my promise that this is lifetime, and I can never regret having you in my life. Never ever.
First of all, I am thankful to God that He has allowed me to enjoy this kind of a beautiful marriage, because hata when I was dreaming, I never thought nitakuwa in such a beautiful marriage that I will even walk down the aisle. And that was one of my dreams come true. My other dream come true was just having a settled, full family, a family yenye you're really proud of, and you've given me that, and I'm so happy, and I'm so grateful for it. I'm also grateful that umenipea a very good life. The fact that I moved into entrepreneurship, it was because ni kama you pushed me to it, because I needed that kind of a rest. I needed to be open-minded, to really work on myself without being at work. And I'm thankful for that, because I have never lacked. I have not been in employment for the last 1 year. 1 year, yes. And I have not lacked, and you've not given me any pressure, and you're there to walk with me a journey of self-discovery, a journey that I am also enjoying, the fact that I can be at home and do other things and be there as a wife. And you've really given me a good life. The fact that even you've been a very good dad, yani that one I can't even imagine how someone else would have done this, being such a good dad to Leon. I mean, hata yeye ana enjoy life, hata yeye anajua. I mean, akona a dad here mwenye, yani he can always go to for anything. And the fact that yani you've been that pillar in this family, yani tunajuanga ukituambia leo tunaenda coast, mimi hata sasa hivi jua what's there in the account, najua tunaenda. Ukiniambia leo tunafanya something, like you're that man of faith, and that has really made me even grow even spiritually. Yani I have grown so much hata spiritually, and I am thankful for that, and I hope the future has a beautiful adventure for us.